Yo, what's going on, everyone? Eris Fuju here, and we got an interesting talking point today, and we're going to be addressing the question as to if the bots are bad in Halloween the game, or if the NPCs are bad, the residents, the cops. So a lot of it is going to be the survivability of these NPCs and how well they fight back and just kind of the decisions they end up making. Sometimes it's really great, sometimes it's really bad. So I've compiled a bunch of clips and snippets of these bot interactions, and we're going to talk through it. And I would like you to join me in the comments and let me know what you think. Now, be sure to watch this video to the end because I'll be summarizing the main reason why these bots perform the way that they do. And it's not a matter of opinion when it comes to some of these instances, it's definitely a matter of fact. But as we get into it, just be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, so let's start with the video of the NPCs and how they react. Looks like Myers opens the door. There are NPCs here, so that hit doesn't connect. And as you can see, this NPC, he's kind of realizing the situation right now. So at this point, the NPCs are unnoticed, especially, and Myers is just swinging away. Okay, this guy books it. He books it to the right, and then this NPC straight out of the window. So I would say with that, these residents are doing really good right now because they once they got a hold of the situation, they both just booked it. And that's what we want if we're playing residents. And as you can see, she's still running. She's not slowing down. She gets a little ankle roll. She's a little scared. And actually with Myers, it's not the easiest to chase these NPCs when they are sprinting, because that's one of his weaknesses. He's slow unless he uses shape jump or something. Looks like he's going to open the door, as you can see. So you see, again, we got the notification on this resident. She realizes the situation, despite a stranger or her neighbor, maybe they know each other, running into the house. And now she understands the threat right now. Let's see what she does. She says, nope, not today, and she runs. They open the door. They open the door, and so much so the other NPC says, nope, not me, and then leaves her in there with Myers. What a selfish play. So in this instance, she still opens the door, closes it in front of the Myers. These residents are looking really good right now, with the exception of the slow start and this other lady kind of closing the door on her. And yeah, they're gone. They are sprinting. And as you can see on the map, you can kind of see where they're going. So I do want to say, yes, this Myers could have did some things better, but it's fine. It's more so focusing on how the bots are actually interacting in these situations. And in this case, I would say they're doing really, really well. So if you're playing Myers, you really have to trap them, especially if they're running like this. And I keep mentioning that because they don't always do it. See, in that instance, this lady was a little too late. She could have closed the door earlier. Still tried to push him and then close it, but he's on the other side of the door attacking her at this point. And look, and Myers is when you're watching the game, it may look like, wow, these Myers, they don't land any hits. Myers feels very stiff when you play him. Like, again, you're not running. If the NPCs or the heroes playing are running, you're not gonna catch them. You can walk stern as much as you want, they are gone. You have to reposition with your traversal options when you're playing Myers. So this is interesting. She went to the right instead of going through the window. Now, if this window was open, I wonder if she would have vaulted the window instead. But she made the right turn, potentially. And let's see. She's gone. Look how much time she's buying. Like maybe this Myers at this point should just kind of okay, let's pause it there. Maybe the Myers could have stalked her and then repositioned, but yeah, in that case, that bot, those bots did really, really well. Now we got another clip here. Let's see what plays out here. Looks like the Myers found a place to manifest himself. Okay, we got Armitage. And he actually has a car part. That's a part for a car in his hand. Pickaxe is swinging. You got an officer that turns the corner, instantly blinds Myers, and then gives Myers a push. They're swinging at him. He's getting jacked up right now. And as you can see in the top right-hand side, there are a lot of officers present at the moment. So there's the baton. The officer was swinging, missed, got grabbed. Okay, that's fair. Okay, now this other cop in the back, that's not what we like to see. He ain't doing nothing. He's like investigating, but there's things going on right now. Kind of a head scratcher. He's still kind of clueless. Okay, now he's unnoticed. Okay, he's locked in now. Let's see. So they're fighting back. A little friendly fire going on, but it's fine. I understand it. This tall man with the white mask is slicing and dicing people. Things got some friendly fire happened, alright? Oh, another one got involved. This officer is actually using his gun. They all have guns, it's just this one's using his. Okay, baton comes out. He's finished. Oh, there's another one. And it looks like Myers got the best of them, but I would say the only thing that really went wrong here is just some of the officers being a little clueless, like they didn't hear anything. But ultimately, they fought to the last dying breath, so I'm okay with that. Okay, we got our next clip, let's see. Myers enters the home. The NPC is crouch walking, a little strange. Okay, he crouched for some reason. Sus notes on this guy. What's going on here? So this guy is actually a player, and the NPC's just watching, not doing anything, not attacking. He watches. He just watches. So he watches it and casually walks away, and then Myers looks at the body on the floor like, man, he could have saved you. Because if the bot or NPC had just pushed Myers, it would have interrupted the whole finisher. And then this bot, as you can see at the end there, that bot was still casually just having a stroll. No sense of urgency. Terrible bot. I don't want him on my team if I'm playing a hero. So that's an example of just a bad move. Okay, so this clip is a little different, but I'm gonna let it play for a bit. So in this situation, you have a hero character escorting two bots. So it looks like they're looking for an escape. She's doing well. Let's see what happens. So at that point, they didn't really know Myers was behind them, but now they do. Okay, they're fighting back. Notice what happened. The NPCs, this time they didn't stand and watch, or at least that NPC didn't, and he just kind of ran. Fair. Not great, not terrible. Let's see. Okay, allow me to make a comment. I don't know why Myers got up that fast. That's insane. Maybe it's because it's like, maybe this is closer to endgame and Myers just gets up faster. But save that for a different video, I guess. And look, she's running. Hey, if I saw Myers get up that fast, I would run as well. So I'm with her there. Myers is looking for a place to manifest himself. There he is. He gets a grab. And the NPC, looks like the other NPC scrammed. This guy looks like he came back. Let's see what happens. So it looks like he just kind of stood there and he didn't help at all, unfortunately. So what this Myers is gonna do is he's gonna leave, and then he's gonna go back to that same civilian. Let's see what happens. So basically, this civilian kind of watched that hero player, basically get packed up, and then he went inside to start hiding. You know, Myers found him. The rest is history. Gives him a good old hug for being such a friendly. And let's see what's going on here. Looks like an NPC is just hauling it, just running. Looks like this Myers, of course, is in his shape jump to catch up and appear. Let's see. But in this case, the Myers is going to not keep chasing. It looks like that NPC just ran into the house ultimately, closed the door and locked it. I guess the Myers in this case said, alright, I'm gonna spend my time doing something else. So in this instance, we got a diverse crowd. There's actually a resident and a cop here. Let's see how it plays out. Going very wild. They're swinging. They're fighting. Myers is blinded. So Myers got blinded because this officer has a light, and it has a big like range, like hitbox. So as soon as the officer turned around, it kind of caught Myers, and a lot of people swinging on him. Myers is swinging. Pulls out the baton with haste. Unfortunately, he gets grabbed. We got more officers here. This is the same match. They lost Myers because he's in shape jump. The baton comes out. Gets grabbed. So the resident here fought back a little bit. Unfortunately, there was a little friendly fire there. The shotgun is out. It's not looking good for Myers. There's 2 guns out. Ooh, more than 2 guns. They are putting a number on this Myers, and they down him. These cops are not playing any games. Myers shall recover. they're swinging at him while he's on the floor. Look, they're reloading, so I think they have unlimited bullets, but they do have that reload property, as you can see. Now, if you notice, that officer kind of held his hip a little bit. So when the officers get damaged, of course they do that. Now, when the residents get damaged, and then sometimes they actually will like cower, they'll kind of bend at the knees a little bit and just kind of stand there and shake. Now, those of you that are at this part in the video, yeah, these officers, they don't really seem to do that as much. They'll kind of fight to their last breath, basically, which is exactly what we want as a hero. He went from reloading to the flashlight blind to the push. Like, bro was pulling out the combos on Myers, man. Like, this Myers needs a breather. He's like, wait a second. Did the NPC lose him? What's going on here? And then we have a different clip. Okay. So that other resident realized, yo, this person's in the house. What is going on? This lady, unfortunately, she doesn't know Myers is right behind her. The grab hitbox doesn't command, and then he cuts her down. Yeah, he made work of her, I must say. So the reason why this NPC went outside is because Myers turned off the power. So she went out there like, hey, what's going on? And then Myers basically walked out and found her. Myers gets to the window, and then he found a cop. And this cop was investigating a little bit because it looks like there's 1 star, so it's like, yeah, something's going on here. Not seeing anybody yet. Okay, there's Myers. Got the baton. Look at this. This dude's backpedaling. This officer is built different. He kited out the swing. He kited out the swings. But unfortunately, he still lost the duel. And yeah, but I would say the cop was actually doing his thing, but you know, he got caught and that's fine. So based on everything, there's definitely a lot to take away here. When it comes to the cops, they are a lot better than the residents. But one reason is because they actually spawn into the match with a flashlight, like a revolver, a rifle, or a shotgun, a baton. Like, they come in loaded and equipped to fight, whereas the residents, they don't spawn in with weapons. So of course they're not fighting as much. Now, if the hero players equip them with weapons, perhaps in some of those instances they would have been saved. So just off of that alone, the cops are better NPCs or bots, but they're also equipped to do that. And I will also say it is confirmed in the single player mode of the game, we already know there's different levels of difficulty. And like, how does that look? It probably means more bots, and it probably means they're just smarter. You know, the bots have higher IQ. So I think at the base level as well, the cops are kind of on a harder difficulty. And maybe when there's like 2 stars versus 3 stars, or if the cops are finding a lot of bodies, maybe they're just set on the highest difficulty at that point. We're not exactly sure yet, but that's kind of what the conclusion I kind of came to is. I mentioned earlier in the video that when the residents are injured, sometimes they kind of get scared and cower. They don't run, they don't fight, they just kind of stand there. And that is the worst because Myers can kind of stalk them even more and then finish them off. Whereas the cops, I don't really see them doing that. They continue to fight, and they fight. If they go down, they go down. So I would say when it comes to the residents, they are very inconsistent. Sometimes their way of being good bots is simply just running and staying alive, but it's inconsistent. Sometimes they're bad and they'll sandbag you, or they'll just like watch you when they could easily save you. You know, whereas the cops, they're a lot more aggro. They're paying attention a little bit more, and they don't just stand and watch. They're either investigating, not completely sure, but they don't stand and watch. They will fight. You know, one thing I think that would be really cool is, let's just say there's a lobby and everybody has like a high level in the lobby. I think it would be great if all of the bots are like on the highest difficulty. Say if everybody has like a good player level, I think that'd be pretty cool. But again, we're not completely sure. We gotta see. But that basically wraps up this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Are the bots really bad in this game? Is there just some nuance? Some are great, some are terrible.